them. You just do you. Do you? That's who. No COVID, no flu. Who do you love when nobody else loves you? Love yourself, that's your wealth. No matter the cards you've been dealt, be smooth, turn up, put on cool. I'ma expose you to truth, no matter if you don't approve. Without further ado, I'm on the top floor enjoying the view. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. Do you? That's who. No COVID, no flu. Who would have thought you make it through? Bust down. The world is my playground. What I found. No matter what to say now. Let them keep talking like we in the past. Back at the line, guess who coming in last? They getting frustrated, I'm moving too fast. Loving myself and I'm having a blast. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. Love, 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 love yourself, love yourself. Love, love, love yourself, love yourself. Love yourself, love yourself. Love, 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 love. Love yourself, love yourself. Love yourself. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you.
Awesome. Hello, this is Hakeem. Welcome to another night of chatting and getting nuggets, and let me just get adjusted here, from great creatives and great divinely inspired men and women, young and old, professional. It's your season, it's your time, and I'm so excited. And I'm getting all comfortable here, and I got the shirt on tonight. Let's see what, can y'all see this? You can see that, Loot? Relax, breathe deeply. I say that a lot on my guided meditations. And relax, breathe deeply, because all is well. Well, if you're new to me, God bless you anyway. And those of you that are not new to me, then you know when I'm looking into the camera, I'm speaking to you guys. I have a guest tonight, Loot Bryon Smith, and you see him over here. Loot Bryon Smith, that's who you were listening to. That's why I have him up here tonight, because he's such a gift and a talent to the world. And I'm so happy that we play like this online. I mean, hey, and when I say play, we're literally just doing what we do, and that's be inspired. That's not something that we do, and then that which inspires us to act, to create, to manifest something, do something, call someone, contact someone. And those actions inspire other people. The universe is on your side. All right. So Loot Bryon Smith is an artist, a musical artist, and he is a inspirational speaker. He's a social media influencer. He's all over Facebook and YouTube and all over. And his music, I have his website over here, and lootbryonsmith.com. He gave us permission to, actually, I didn't even play the little loop, but that motivation loop, I love it. I love it. I love it. Actually, I might play that because it's only 30 seconds of it. And then that will give you time to invite people. We're just going to hit the ground running. He's been here. This is his third time, I think. I think it's your third visit. And I love having them on here anytime I feel like doing it. And we're going to get into some things tonight. All right, so I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds. Invite people. Share. Oh, welcome. YouTube. We're live. YouTube. Hakeem.guru actually goes to my YouTube channel. I got it set up like that for now. We'll change that as things start evolving. But we have it going there, our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please like. It helps us out. And we're live Twitch. Welcome Twitch. And I hope you guys stick around, because Twitch is new to me. And I'm new to those that probably are streaming through. Periscope's old. I know it's been out there a while, but I'm new to it since August, I think. We're streaming live in our Facebook group, One Universal Consciousness group, right now. Right here, my page is at realhakeem.guru right here. That's my prime real estate page. So those of you that are friends with me on my regular page, on my regular Facebook, that will soon dissolve. Make sure you're following me here, because that's where I'm going to be hanging out, along with, of course, One Universal Consciousness Facebook group, One Universal Consciousness Community Facebook group. Thank you so much for your donations. Anything that you can help me do tonight would be wonderful. Those that know that most of the work that I create, I put out into the world for free. The earth was given to us free, and the services that I give, I try to make sure that stays free. Speaking engagements, things like that, that's kind of different, but the work that you see me put out and all that is free. I'm making Where I Live a spiritual retreat, making it my headquarters to do things like this, configure my guided meditations, my audio, all that kind of stuff is done for the world. When I leave, all that work will be out there to inspire countless people that I'll never meet, and at least in the physical realm. However, obviously, we've already met spiritually. So those of you that feel inspired to support what I do, any size donation will be used wisely and much appreciated by me. Thank you. All right, so we're going to give you 30 seconds, and we're going to, yeah, you know what? We're going to do the countdown. Let's do the countdown. Loot.
Hello.
Welcome.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Gosh, man, I can't wait to this change. Something I'm wait. I'm waiting on a piece of equipment, audio equipment, to stop what I'm about to tell you. But
Okay.
if we're talking at the same time, we'll cancel each other out. There's a piece of equipment I think it's a connection issue. I think anyway. But I do have this anti squelch squeak sort of thing, and that has something to do with it too. But it has taught me manners with having my guests where I won't interrupt, because if I interrupt your speaking, it's definitely going to ride over it. So then the audience won't be happy with either one of us. But welcome, welcome, welcome. I have at Loot Bryon Smith tonight instead of the regular website, because I want them to find you social media too.
Yes. Excuse me for looking down right now. I'm just. I always forget. I don't want to say always, but at times I forget when I go on a show to also look on my computer and share it to my page as well. So that's what I'm doing.
Oh, good, good. And I also just tagged you too in one. I'm gonna.
Yes. Yes. I just let that tag go through, so it should be on my page right now. I'm looking at it just right now. I'm not trying to take up too much time, but yeah, I want people to at least have the opportunity to see this live. So I'm sharing it actually on both of my pages.
Okay, okay. No, take your time. We're good. And like I said, this is you know how we roll. We just hit the ground running and we flow. And as um, oh, that just reminded me. Make sure. Oh yeah, see, I normally put this on silent, which my phone doesn't normally go off. You know. You can hear me. Oh, there we go. You know, I live much of. I live basically a silent life.
Silent Life.
Yeah. When I say silent, I mean I don't do a lot of unnecessary talking. I don't do unnecessary conversations. Like just I like to. I think you do too. Creatives have. Oh, this would be a good starting point. But you can start however you want. But I think creatives and people who are present. When I say people, when we are present in the moment or in this, we're present. We are in our own presence. When we know that and we are conscious of it, it's not a lot of talking I think we want to do.
Yes, I kind of get what you're saying. And the more that I'm evolving and just as my awareness expands, it's I kind of get what you're saying, because I'm really conscious of what I say and the words, and each word. I know that words are very powerful and they have meaning. So it's not like I don't really want to say make a mistake or run a risk, because it's not like that. But I'm just, words to me are valuable. So, and I realize the power of them. So I don't just waste them. I'm learning not to. So I don't just talk just to talk. And also, I enjoy people. I enjoy my family, those I love. But I equally enjoy my own company, especially as I'm working on myself. I really enjoy that time, even if it's just for a few minutes. It doesn't have to be, oh, I need to be shut away all day, but just a few moments to gather my thoughts, to self-reflect, to have self-talk. I mean, you can have self-talk no matter where you are. You can have an internal dialogue no matter where you are. but
And
I like
Loot,
to
I don't
have a few minutes, a few moments alone, and I enjoy myself.
and see, I think the lyrics that you write, uh, if that's the lyrics, then those are thoughts. That's your kind of thinking too. So
Absolutely.
that's powerful. That's powerful. Hey, so all right, so I'm gonna see. Do we have a question? So, oh, I think we got a comment on Twitch. Hey, listen. Okay, so you say you shared it. I want to hear from your people too. Let me see.
Yeah, I shared it on my Facebook
I don't
wall.
see
It
it.
should be there. I let the tag go through, so hopefully everything that it went through, because it said share on your page, or
Yeah, I don't
basically I
see
put
it.
the tag, so it should be there.
Hmm, it's not on there.
Oh, it's
Um.
not on my wall.
Uh. And or 3E enlightened. Hey, enlightened, empowered,
Evolve.
evolved.
Yes,
Talk about that too.
I'm gonna fire up my computer and do it again while we're still talking. We're just gonna flow with this
Yeah,
differently.
and I want
Yeah.
to hear about that. The 3E enlightened. Actually, you probably go in there anyway. But tell us about 3E enlighten, empowered, evolved. Because mine is explore, expand, evolve.
Wow, I didn't even know that. I didn't even
Yeah.
piece that together, but I just put 3E. First of all, uh, the number three has a significance, and 333 especially. I see that a lot, and I've gotten a lot of feedback as to what that means, and that means that the universe or your angels are watching you, and you're going in the right direction when you keep seeing those numbers. So that's significant, and it's just little things like that, motivate you when you put little things together, and sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to mean anything to someone else, but numerology, I'm not trying to say I'm really into it, but I do know there are significance, uh,
Mm,
uh, numbers, things to numbers that
mm,
equate to certain things, and I can't really get into it uh, in detail, but I have noticed that I not as much right now, but I still do see it. But at one particular point, I was seeing the number 333 all the time. Everywhere I turned, it was just printed somewhere on something, whether a price I could be paying for something, $3 and you know, or $333, or $3.33, or 333 written somewhere. And then I started doing research on the significance of that. But yeah, the enlightened, empowered, evolved is there's 3E, so I just put 3E for short.
okay.
And the significance is enlightened is like I'm always trying to, it's for me and whoever else resonates with it. So enlightened, I'm always trying to, or in the process of enlightening myself, learning, evolving, expanding, growing. The same with evolving. That's the same thing, growing, and empowered. So enlightened, empowered, evolved. And when you do um, work on yourself, you're empowered. You're empowering yourself by self-reflecting and looking at situations different and learning from positive, what you perceive as positive and negative. So that's where I got that.
Hey, so all right, so I gotta play some of that song, and I want you to elaborate on it, okay? I'm just gonna play a little that people, whether you're listening live or whether you're listening listening later. I want as I play this, um and let people just listen to the lyrics a little bit. I played a little bit in the beginning, and it's one of my favorite songs by you now. I play it to death, I think.
Which one?
Love yourself.
Oh, love yourself. Yes, I love that song too. It's really a personal. It means a lot to me, and
as I was writing and recording it, my intentions were for whoever hears it to feel like that this is their inner voice talking to themselves. And then at the same time, there's multiple layers because music itself is powerful. So it's an upbeat, track for you to get into and make you feel good. A happy track that you can dance to and just, upbeat, positive, motivational sounding. And then the lyrics, if you really listen to them, they're basically something that you can repeat verbatim, word for word, and inspire those feelings of feeling good about yourself no matter what. And knowing that life is a process, it's a flow. So no matter where you are, whether you're in a quote unquote good place or bad place, you still love yourself because this is who you are. This is who you're stuck with, per se. And no matter what you've been through in the past or what is happening, what mistakes you feel you've made, you have to love yourself.
And at the end of the day, who you truly are is all you've got.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna play a little bit of that because the lyrics are so interesting and so on point. Like boom, boom, boom. I love it. Okay, so let me play a little bit. Hold on.
Who do you love when nobody else loves you? Love yourself, that's your wealth. No matter the cards you've been dealt, be smooth, turn up, put on cool. I'ma expose you to truth, no matter if you don't approve. Without further ado, I'm on the top floor enjoying the view. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. Do you? That's who. No cover, no flu. Who would have thought you make it through? Bust down. The world is my playground. What I found. No matter what to say now.
That's just so good.
You in the past. Now that, yeah, if you listen to each of those, it's experience too. So that's why I said let them keep talking like we're in the past, like when people are talking about your past, like they're coming in last because they're talking about your past, because I'm leaving you there. Wherever you want to talk about, that's where you, unless you're making reference to something in the past to improve a situation or to learn or enhance or build me up or teach us, build us both up, then doesn't need to be said as far as I'm concerned. Or to maybe point out something that you think maybe I might not be aware of, again, with the intentions of learning or evolving, And I forgot who said this quote, but it was, if what you have to say doesn't sound better than silence, then it doesn't need to be said. And that's what I'm trying hard to live by. If what I am saying does not sound sweeter than silence, because what is sweeter than silence? Than whatever you attach to it. Silence is just silence.
And it makes what you do say more meaningful if we resort back to silence more.
Absolutely.
Meaning, like, I'm just not talking. I'm not just blah, blah, blah. It's something meaningful and, but those lyrics, and the song to loving ourselves, I think it's the last thing people do.
Yeah, a lot extends, comes out of loving yourself, because when you truly learn, and that's why a lot of times I put in my posts, I'm learning how to love myself, because I don't feel that I'm completely there yet, but I'm learning how to love myself. And I can see where I've progressed a lot more than loving myself than before. Because when you love yourself, there's certain things that you do, there's certain things you don't do, there's certain things that you will not engage in, there's certain things that you won't accept from others if you truly love yourself. And
Hmm.
I believe a lot of people can connect with, at one point or another, of not totally loving themselves, you know. And I believe that's a good goal for everyone, to really love yourself and have that inner peace, and that unconditional love for yourself, that self worth, and that self respect that will not waver no matter what. And it doesn't mean stubbornness, but just standing firm on that foundation of knowing who you are, and that you're unique, and that you're in the flow, and you're things are unfolding, and you're you. And this is in this vehicle that you're in, your body. Love yourself. This is the one you have, your mind. You're unique. You're very complex. Your brain, your heart, and all the parts to it, and just, you know, your spirit inside. It's just, and you're alive. So that's a gift. You have the gift of life. So love it. Love yourself.
And loot, um, which means they are here for a reason and for a purpose, and whatever is stopping them from loving themselves is basically is not accepting themselves. Like, you can dislike something, not really about yourself, but it's kind of hidden. It's not really about you. It's a judgment there. And the judgment is a belief that's in the mind, like, and you heard it, or you seen it, or you saw it played out as a child, maybe um, over and over again, or it's played out on television, and you just accept it as a reality, or whatever the case is. There's a belief in there. There's a judgment.
Yeah.
But I think, like, how to love ourselves is basically to know that nothing is happening in our life um, to blame
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yeah. And other people. And I was talking to a friend even earlier today, and we were talking about something, and I'll extend off of that a little bit. And when you love yourself, you even know, you come to a point where you realize, even the behaviors of other people. You're not putting yourself in the position. You begin to not put yourself in a position of expecting someone to be a certain way, or act a certain way, or or become disappointed, because you've attached what your idea, excuse me, your idea of what their behavior should be. Or if you kind of get what I'm saying, so that no matter what someone does, you are not surprised. I mean, I don't really want to say not surprised, but you're not stuck to this preconceived notion, like, wow, I didn't see that coming. Maybe you didn't see it coming, but what I'm saying is, if you are always expecting someone to be a certain way, or expecting something from someone, then you set yourself up for disappointment. We have to get to a point where we're allowing the flow of things to happen and then learning from them. And instead of pointing, blaming, maybe look at yourself as to why certain things trigger you, like, you know, something they might have said or done or did or whatever, just whatever. I'm getting to the point where I'm looking inward no matter what. So if I see something and I see that, even if I say it outwardly, it doesn't bother me, but I can tell inside that it's affecting me in some way. I'm looking at myself like, how can I fix myself where there's something in me that's identifying with that, or something? Because if something is null and void, it's not going to have any impact on you. It's not going to deter or cause a shift in the way that you act or think or anything. You know, like a piece of fuzz or lint on the ground. That's your When you look at that, it doesn't cause you to think positively or negatively. It's just there. So what I'm saying is, when you love yourself, you won't be so. When you learn to really love yourself, you also learn to not allow things outside of you, um, you know, that volatility, you know, based on others' behaviors. That,
Because
that's what I'm trying to get to. Hopefully,
yeah,
I didn't. I took the long way around explaining it, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. You know,
yeah,
you learn basically to embrace more inner peace, and anything that you even feel that disrupts that inner peace, you try to learn why, so that you can grow from it, so that you won't continue to feel that each and every time this is done, or this outburst happened, this person did this, and also
mm.
placing labels on people as to how you think they should be or whatever.
Oh, I get it.
If that makes
And
sense to you.
and and you ex- you explained it perfectly. And what I hear you also saying is, when you do love yourself, and which is accepting yourself, then see, no one knows you like you. And if you can love yourself, because we're not talking about just experiences, oh, when I was X, Y, and Z. No, we're talking about every single belief comes up in life. Like every single limiting belief, prejudice, a judgment. Like some people have racist beliefs and don't even know it, and it comes up one day in their life. See, or people that don't accept themselves, don't feel that they are worthy, will come up in people's life. So, because see, you are a creative, and you know, create and saying and writing those lyrics in that song, you know that we are not raised like that. Most children are not raised to love themselves and be that song. That's why we need that song.
Yeah, absolutely. That you just stimulated some a thought. Also, I come to the awareness that we have to get to a point where we have to be able to challenge, you know, our beliefs, especially if they're, like you said, you could you could not even know that a belief is limiting, or limiting, or not the right belief. How do you know that what you're thinking is wrong, unless you actually open yourself up and dissect things. You actually do research, you actually read, you actually expand, you actually, self-reflect, and also ask yourself questions. If, okay, these scenarios in your life, are you happy with them? If not, something needs to be changed, and usually it's something internal. Do you like the way you feel most of the time? Or is it most of the time you don't like the way you feel? If not, then something needs to be changed. And it's usually mindset. So I'm not saying that there's just one way and what everything that works for me will work for someone else, but be willing to come out of that box, um, of the training, the programming that you once had, and know that even things that used to work at one point in time doesn't mean that they work now. So everybody has that inner voice too, and everybody has it. It's just that you have to tune into it, so whether something is
You
connected
know what
with
I did?
peace
You know
or
what?
it's not. Yeah.
I'm sorry I cut you off. Say that
No,
again.
no, I was just saying, whether something is congruent with aligned with your inner peace or it's not. You really do know if you feel disruptive more of the time, if you feel resentful most of the time. You know if you are identifying with anger a lot of the time. And I'm not trying to say that any of these emotions should not happen, because we are human and we have emotions. But what I'm saying is, if your default mechanism is always connected to something that's not inner peace,
Hmm.
not happiness, then there's changes. There's inner changes that need to be made. And that only can come from learning, growing, observing, self-reflecting, um, breaking down the subject matter, looking up things along the lines of, you know, just your beliefs and your perspectives. You want to challenge those beliefs and perspectives. And in my opinion, instead of
Hmm.
just saying, well, I know what I need to know in this structure and that's all I need to know and you can't tell me anything different. Okay. If you're totally happy and at peace with that and feel like that's it, then more power to you. And it's bringing you into fruition into your life, everything that you want to be there, then disregard what I just said.
I think earlier we were talking about uh, silence and being quiet and contemplating. Okay, so when you say like certain beliefs people have, limiting beliefs, and to challenge those beliefs, do you not know that the more silent we are, the more of those limiting beliefs we see them come up. We see them. We're silent. We're quiet. But throughout the day, driving, throughout the day at the store, throughout the day cleaning chores, you hear the news, you hear something, and a thought comes to your head, a belief about what you just heard, a belief about who you just saw in the store, walk in the store, whatever. There's a little belief that comes in here, little feeling, a little. But if you watch them, you can see them. And by direct experience, those that are listening, whether live or later, they're listening. If they watch them, that's proof positive they are not the thought. They just have been believing it. So when you see someone overweight, instantly some people say, or whatever overweight is, whatever we think overweight is, it's only because what we've been told overweight is. But anyway, if we see someone overweight, we'll instantly say, oh, they don't care about themselves or they need to lose weight. Those thoughts are in the human mind. But I'm bringing up that one. But I could bring up seeing a certain type of looking person, a certain color person, or a certain nationality person. When you see them, what thought comes up? Those are those little beliefs. But it doesn't mean it's you. It means those are the beliefs in the human mind. In the human mind. That's just what's in there.
Most of the time, from your field of influence, from what information has passed through you, from your perspectives and your experiences, that's where we get a lot of our, most of our, if not all of our beliefs is from those around us, or the information or the crowd we put ourselves around, or what we're around most. And whether we perceive it as good or bad, you want to have different perspectives on these so you can have something to gauge it by, not just believe one thing and say, oh, okay, this is true. And usually a pretty good indication, like I said, about beliefs is if it brings you peace, and if it brings you peace, or if it's just something that you want to speak adamantly about because it invokes feelings of anger and ego that you have to protect something. No, that's not peace. That's not inner peace. And a lot of people confuse that, the beliefs that they stand behind with beliefs that ultimately brings them inner peace. And like you said, everybody I believe has a inner guidance system, an inner voice that speaks to them. Now, whether the complication in lies with silencing all the chatter around you so you can listen to it, silencing, getting out your own way and silencing yourself enough to listen to yourself, to listen to that voice, to listen to the universe that's speaking inside of you, to listen to that God that's inside of you. And instead of just whatever information that you've heard pass through you. And that's where I got to a point at one point in life where that's why I started to scratch and look up things myself, because I felt that certain information that I had been exposed to wasn't, after I really started to surrender and go with the flow, it was insulting to my soul to stick with this certain belief and think that that's just it. There was always whys, and and it just didn't sit right with me, certain things. And I don't really want to go into detail as to what those things were at this particular moment. Maybe that'll be another show. We can dig deep into that, but I'm getting to a point where I'm able to listen to my inner voice, and like I said, I can let my ego speak against it or deny it if I want to, but it's nonetheless, the more in tune that I am with it, the more it speaks to me and leads me into a direction that's aligned with my inner peace, my soul. And that feels calm. That feeling is calm. It doesn't incite feelings of anger or defensiveness or resent or anything like that. Or it doesn't put me in a place where I feel like I'm better than anyone or lesser than anyone, but just right there, balanced, harmonious. And that's what I feel, that's working on your higher self. That's where we are working to fine tune. Well, I am working to fine tune to stay in that balance, that harmony within myself. Because when you're in harmony with yourself and balance with yourself, even within the adversities and the contrasts of life, that radiates into every experience in your life. It starts here. The balance, the harmony, the loving yourself projects outward. It's like that. I've heard plenty of times that your outward experience is a reflection of your inner experience. So, and the more aware I become, the more I realize that I can see it.
I was trying to see what this comment said first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I was able to share it on my page, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
And
think
my
so.
enlightenment involved is there too.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Enlightenment,
yeah.
involved. Yeah, it's on both of them.
Yeah, I see it. Hey, so I think you have a question here. So let me see. Which one of your pieces has spoken the loudest to you? What inspired you to create it?
Wow.
That's a nice
Uh,
question.
yeah, it is a good question because it gets me thinking. At this particular moment, I can't remember every piece I've made, only just maybe something more recently. And that's like you said, Love Yourself, or the other song that you play, Motivate You. And motivate. That's the name of that song. And
Hey, and that was Becca.
oh,
That was Becca.
Becca Inspires. How you doing, Becca? Nice to see you. Thank you for that question. So I'll just
Is
say,
it? Is it love yourself?
yeah,
Is
I'll
it
just
love?
talk about Love Yourself again. It's just that basically just
My favorite.
what inspired me was just affirming, my that's an affirmative song to myself as I'm growing to love myself more and more, because I can be honest with you. Um, for most part of my life, my experiences, I've always focused and looked for focused on things I've done or things that have happened in my life, whether I felt it was my fault or not. But I've focused more on things that would cause me not to love myself as much, to be down on myself, and also engage in things in life that showed I didn't really love myself. So that's that. As I'm learning to love myself more and more, I feel so good about that. That inspired that song to let me create a song that celebrates me loving myself and me becoming balanced with myself no matter what, and with the intentions that would resonate with other people that are either struggling, overcoming, or haven't loved themselves yet, have not loved themselves yet. So,
You
you
know what I
know, that
recommend?
song to inspire, or even people that totally love themselves, to
Mhm.
affirm, to even, affirm that more and more by singing this song. Why not? Why not sing a song that inspires you, the lyrics to love yourself? And it's not saying that when I say in the song, don't depend on anybody else to love you, basically, it's not saying it's not good to have other people love you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it starts here first. If you don't love yourself, a million people can love you and it won't matter. You see what I'm saying? You have to love yourself first, and then project that outwards, and you will receive the love and the right circumstances and people in your life that affirm that. And when they don't affirm that, then they will quickly dissipate out of your experience.
That's good. And Loot, I was gonna say, I recommend that this song, that people play that at night on a low volume. That may seem not to fully feel worthy or not fully love themselves. I want to love them. Those lyrics are really good. They're potent. They're easy to remember, and because it's not a rock and roll where you can't sleep to it. It's a good beat. Keep it low and just go to sleep to it. Because I'm all about the subconscious mind, putting the right information and the right thoughts in there. That's a very good song. It has a good little beat. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. You can still go to sleep. You can focus on and you don't even have to think about the song. You just go to sleep and the mind will absorb it by itself. Aren't I right?
I'll even take it a little further. Waking up in the morning, starting your day off with a song like that.
Of course.
Because that's going to set the tone for your day. And if the first thing you're hearing in your mind as you get up from sleep is a song talking about loving yourself, that's going to make an impression and an impact on your life. So
you're speaking my language.
And then, for those that don't know, it's daily. It's not just one time you listen to something positive in the morning and that's going to carry you for the rest of your life. You have to do it like we spoke, about things like this before. You eat every day to feed your hunger. So you feed your brain. You want to feed your brain every day. And if you don't consciously and purposely feed your mind with the things that you pick for yourself, then the world, the media, everything else, the radio, whatever, will feed your mind for you. So it's why not take control and feed your own mind, and why not feed it with something that's going to encourage and cultivate self-love and balance and peace, inner peace with yourself. And from that home base, this is your home base here, you can project out into the world.
Okay, I've kept you on 53 minutes. Okay, so listen. I recommend that song, just like you just said, night, morning. Ooh, it's a good song to start the day. Oh, it's so peppy too. I love it.
Or if you have a Bluetooth, or if you're able to hook it up to your car while you're, your car audio while you're driving, it is good to listen to. Just like I said, I've said this plenty of times. When I first started creating this type of music, I started creating it for myself, like in my own voice, talking to myself. This is my inner voice talking to me. And then I had other people tell me, man, you can't just keep that to yourself, that you have to let other people, bless other people with that so that they can hear that. It might not be their voice, but they still can play it and hear their self saying it and repeating, and that energy and those lyrics going into their mind repetitively, and watch the magic that it does. And I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I've been told, testimonies, and countless people tell me, and that's how it just continues to affirm that I'm doing my life's work as we speak, because of the different stories that I've had shared with me in regards to songs like this that I've been inspired to create. And I always, as much as I can, try to remember I was inspired to create them. I don't just like to always say my songs, because I was inspired by the universe. I consider myself a conduit that's just receiving and blessed to be aware and open enough to grow and receive these messages to put into the songs. So I feel very humble and grateful at the same time to be able to do this.
Well, we're blessed by it, and I'm gonna play some of it on the way out. And thank you so much, Loot, for coming on the show tonight. Whenever I feel like doing these shows, until there's a schedule with a bunch of people on it, which I don't know if I even like that or not. And I kind of like only scheduling the next day or two or something like that. And you always are available. Well, when you are available, you say yes. I appreciate it. So We're going to play some of that song at the end of this, and all your information and all that will be on the caption. And thank you so very much. You're on the West Coast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here in California. And I
Okay.
thank you very much for reaching out to me again. And I know we have plenty of shows that we have in the making. And I always enjoy speaking with you. I always enjoy engaging in this positive, enlightening dialogue with you because it cultivates feelings and thoughts of just uplifting and just self thought and self and growth. And I appreciate it.
We are on our path. People need to hear that too. You cannot not be on your path. And 2021, I am embracing, just as I learned that 2020 was doing its, those are just numbers and stuff, but I like to look at it like that sometimes too. But let's just say the last 12 months. The last 12 months, if we pursue our bliss, I've been telling everybody, follow your bliss, and your bliss will light your path. Everything will work for you, no matter what's going on in the world. It'll work in your favor. I believe that. Thank you, Loot. And
Thank you, sir.
may your family be blessed.
Thanks everybody for listening and those that are listening live and those that'll listen later. I appreciate your time, your energy, and hopefully you get something positive out of this and to help you, and then that inspires and cultivates, you know, encouragement and those good feelings and thoughts within you. And again, love yourself. Let's all reach towards loving ourselves to the best of our abilities, and look for information and just to keep affirming that.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Who do you love when nobody else loves you? Love yourself, that's your wealth. No matter the cards you've been dealt, be smooth, turn up, put on cool. I'ma expose you to truth, no matter if you don't approve. Without further ado, I'm on the top low enjoying the view. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them, you just do you. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them, you just do you. Do you? That's who. No cover, no blue. Who would have thought you make it through? Bust down. The world is my playground. What I found. No matter what to say now. Let them keep talking like we in the past. Back at the line, guess who coming in last? They getting frustrated, I'm moving too fast. Loving myself and I'm having a blast. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them, you just do you. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them, you just do you. Love, 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 love yourself, love yourself. Love, love, love yourself, love yourself. Love yourself, love yourself. Love, 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 love. Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you.
All right. I enjoyed Loot tonight. I appreciate it. And go right over here. Boop. LootBryonSmith.com. Such a great guy. Such a talent. Those lyrics are so powerful. I might play it again on my way out. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for sharing, watching, logging in, all that kind of stuff. I do these spontaneously and just text people who I know to come on and just let's chat a little bit. Let's put some good energy out into the universe. All right. So that's what we've been doing. Let's play a little bit more. Actually, let's do, you know what? Let's do a little bit more of that song. I think I want to hear a little bit more of that. Sorry.
Who do you love when nobody else loves you? Love yourself, that's your wealth. No matter the cards you've been dealt, be smooth, turn up, put on cool. I'ma expose you to truth, no matter if you don't approve. Without further ado, I'm on the top floor enjoying the view. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. Do you? That's who. No cover, no clue. Who would have thought you make it through? Bust down. The world is my playground. What I found. No matter what to say now. Let them keep talking like we in the past. Back at the line, guess who coming in last? They getting frustrated, I'm moving too fast. Loving myself and I'm having a blast. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. Love, 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 love yourself, love yourself. Love, love, love yourself, love yourself. Love yourself, love yourself. Love, 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 love. Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan, although they don't understand. You just do what you do, let them be them. You just do you. You have to love yourself, depending on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan. Although they don't understand, you just do what you do. Let them be them. You just do you. Who do you love when nobody else loves you? Love yourself, that's your wealth. No matter the cards you've been dealt, be smooth, turn up, put on cool. I'ma expose you to truth, no matter if you don't approve. Without further ado, I'm on the top floor enjoying the view. You have to love yourself, depending on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan. Although they don't understand, you just do what you do. Let them be them. You just do you. You have to love yourself, depending on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan. Although they don't understand, you just do what you do. Let them be them. You just do you. Do you? That's who. No cover, no flu. Who would have thought you make it through? Bust down. The world is my playground. What I found. No matter what to say now. Let them keep talking like we in the past. Back up the line, guess who coming in last? They getting frustrated, I'm moving too fast. Loving myself and I'm having a blast. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan. Although they don't understand, you just do what you do. Let them be them, you just do you. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan. Although they don't understand, you just do what you do. Let them be them, you just do you. Love, 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 love yourself, love yourself. Love, love, love yourself, love yourself. Love yourself, love yourself. Love, 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 love. Love yourself, love yourself. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan. Although they don't understand, you just do what you do. Let them be them, you just do you. You have to love yourself, depend on nobody else. Don't let them bring you down. Kings, queens, go get your crown. You are your number one fan. Although they don't understand, you just do what you do. Let them be them, you just do you.